reason for bunker renovation is 90% function. Bunkers here date back to 1893. These clusters between 1 and 18 and 11 and 12 didn't have drainage in them, and this is a notoriously wet area. This is a notoriously rocky area. So the main reason for renovating is to get the bunkers drained, to get some screenings and some liner in the bunkers so that to keep gravel, rock, and native soil out of the bunker sand. In the midst of improving the function, we were able to restore what was originally here. This cluster of 5 bunkers between 1 and 18 had become 2 bunkers. So we restored the original character, the original look of the bunkers, which has been our theme with all the master plan work that we've been doing for the past 5 or 6 years.
So we hear a few comments about bunker and bunker construction, especially this cluster of bunkers. Why did we do this? How is it any different than what we had before? And as we've taken 2 bunkers and turned them back into 5, as you can see, this is a chunk of the old clay tile where the entire golf course on this side actually drained right into this area, drained into the bunkers, and just created a big lake here in the winter months. We've added crushed screenings to hold the floor down. We find that there's actual groundwater moving up from underneath into these bunkers, so we've managed to raise the bunker floor by putting some crushed screenings down. And we'll put a little more than normal sand volume in the bottom of this bunker, again to create a buffer, a deeper layer of sand to prevent water from coming up and making a more consistent bunker. We took photographs from 1950 and found out what these bunkers were originally designed to be, and we put them back. We're also going to create a tie-in where the fairway moves closer to the edge of the bunker, so you're going to be able to bring the fairway line right to the edge of the bunker, and again creating a more consistent, a more playable bunker surface. As we excavated these, we found the bunkers had grown in 5 feet on both sides, so the bunkers have become wider and again become more relevant now because they're closer to the fairway edges, and we'll change the contour of the fairway to bring it right to the edge of the bunker. We've designed these bunkers and the schedule to finish December 15th. All the bunkers have the same sand. The only bunkers that have not been upgraded are the ones on 10, and we're waiting to decide if we're going to push that green back and rebuild the entire green complex. And once we've scheduled that in the master plan, then we'll either change those bunkers as part of the green construction or we'll renovate them now. But one of the things I'm hoping to do with number 10 is just clean out the old sand and replace it with new sand, so at least the sand is the same. The construction techniques haven't been applied to those bunkers. Again, those are some of the early 1940s, 1950s bunkers, so they haven't had the infrastructure changes that these bunkers have had, but it's gravelly enough, it's coarse enough up there that we don't see a lot of drainage problems with those bunkers. And I'd expect we can just change the sand and get another few years out of those bunkers. We've got 85 bunkers on the golf course, and if you assume that they're all 1,000 square feet, it's $44,000 just to put an inch of sand on the floor. We've got about 4,000 bags of sand in the open parking lot right now.
Part of what creates the excitement of playing golf is the fact that the bunkers are hazards. I mean, they're places that you're not supposed to want to hit it because of the inconsistency, because of the challenge. I mean, if we were whacking our ball around this golf course and everything was perfect, what would really be fun about the game? I mean, part of playing golf, part of the excitement of playing golf is extracting yourself from difficult situations. And in a traditional sense, that's what bunkers have always been. They're there to make the game more interesting, and they make the game more interesting by being inconsistent and by scaring you from wanting to go there. So the irony is that people expect them to be in perfect condition when in fact they really shouldn't be in perfect condition relative to the reasons that we play golf. And it's just like life, golf is not fair. It really isn't. And if it was fair, I don't think, I talked to Pete Dye one time. You know why people play golf? And I sat there and waited and thought, Pete Dye's going to say something really interesting. And he said, because it's hard. That's why we play golf. Because at each time we go out, we think we can do better. And if everything was fair, and if everything was consistent, and every lie we had was perfect, it wouldn't be golf.